And I almost started fixing something without showing you, so here we go. The other day, as we were pushing off, I noticed that very bad, very concerning. So you might remember last summer we made this up for a blowdown line coming off the vent, and I must have picked an inferior product because my welder is a good welder, but we have a pinhole in there and we can't have that. So now we got to tear the whole valve set apart and get this reworked. So that's what we're doing. And I've heard now this week from a couple different people, why do you want a blowdown line? Why do you have that? I guess there's just not enough old school vac truck drivers out there. So I think we explained it once before, but I'll do it again. I use the pressure I have in the vent line when this valve is closed, and I use this as a blowdown line or a clean out. If you don't have this, okay, which I see a lot of people nowadays do not, if you're going to stop filling a tank, you got a partial load on, you have to close your valve, completely drain the system, relieve the system of all pressure, go into suction mode, and pull back on your line to clear your hose out. So you can't clean it out. The only way you can stop the situation and change anything is to do what I just said. Now with a blowdown line, you can shut your valve, open this valve, and use that blowdown line to clear your hose line out. And you just took that whole process, cut that all that time in half. So that's why I run a blowdown line. Hopefully that made sense and you understand it, because otherwise now you're talking about draining the system, relieving all the pressure, sucking back on the line, and starting all over, when in 2 seconds your blowdown line can clear your hose out. So hopefully that explains why I do this.
Much later.
I just got a voicemail from the feds. This can't be good.
Some bitch.
Okay, folks. It's hard to actually make videos for you about how crazy my life is sometimes, but so we were in the middle of fixing the truck. We were scheduled on 1,000 barrels to run today, and I get a voicemail from the feds. I have to run. I'll say this. I want to be careful what I say, and I don't want to say too much. But certain people, certain agency called me, and I have to cancel my entire day, which pisses off the people I run for, obviously. Stop all the work I was doing on the truck to get it ready for today, and for some 5-cent pieces, for some very petty things, I have to stop everything I'm doing, run back out to one of the leases, and do something very simple and very petty to avoid a $2,000 fine. Man. I have thoughts on that, but I can't say them. So that's what I'm doing. Pretty much ruined everything. Ruined my whole day. Ruined everything I had planned. Definitely ruined the pocketbook for today. And there's some other things, but I don't really want to get into them. Not now. So that's what we're doing. I got a long drive ahead of me now. This is going to add about 150 miles to my day with all the running to town, the getting things and whatever. Quick shout outs Man, I missed JPTV Live the other night. He did a great live stream. Andrew was on there briefly. And JP, I'm really sorry I missed that, man. But if I ever can get a break here from this chaos, I plan on doing one too, and I'd like to put some stuff out there. There's a lot of jobs coming back, a ton of jobs. Just not enough to really get to. We got to sit down, do a live stream, and go over it. That way, if you guys had any questions, or if I can help you out, answer your questions, I'd like to. So hopefully I can get that done this week sometime. And just want to give a shout out to JP and everybody who's commented and liked the videos, new subscribers, all of you. And so now we're heading back out west to go take care of some stuff, and we'll get back to you there and hopefully get the truck done today. So here we go. So we got called, pulled away from this project. I just got to do a little cleaning up on there, but everything looks good. Everything looks good up in there. The coating is still good on the tank and the discharge line. And then a guy, I thought he was going to replace all this, but he just ended up putting a few welds around there. So I think we're good. I want to give a shout out to CM Fab. I wish he'd start his channel, but he's a really good dude. All right, anyways, yeah, we got pulled away from that, having to deal with a bunch of other things. But we're going to try to get her back together and working here. Okay. So on all these mating surfaces, I like to clean them up. Brake cleaner, you know, wire brush them, get them as clean as possible. Clean all the mating surfaces up. And then here on the valve, you know, it's kind of crappy. I like to use WD or something, kind of get the surface, you know, cleaned up by tape. I really like this Deep Creep from Seafoam. I really like this stuff for about everything, just about everything. Loosen up bolts. I'll let that sit on there for a minute. It kind of brings back the rubber, and we'll get that cleaned up. And we'll start to go back on the truck. Do I have a light? Yes, I do. You can see in here, in the sump. See, we still have good coating in there even. So everything looks good. I'll get her put back together. Alrighty, folks. I saved you all the grunting and groaning and screaming and cussing and crying over doing all this. I didn't think you'd want to see all that. So it's back together. We're done. Gonna have to go throw some water at the leak test it. You don't want to find out the hard way that something's leaking. And while I was at it, I threw me an extra fitting pole here, because I just was a little short on my rack over here. So now I got a few more fittings on the back. So, alrighty. Hopefully we get the live stream in here this week, because there's a lot to talk about. So, y'all be blessed. We'll see you.